Now we're going to look at the finalmost method of the general methods. This method does not rely on you being given the side length. Instead, it relies on you being given the diameter of the circle in which you want your polygon to be in. If you've watched the videos about triangles and circles, where we had inscribing and circumscribing, you notice that what we're drawing here is kind of a circumscribed polygon. If you read through the question on screen, you actually find we haven't been given the diameter. Instead, we've been given the radius. The radius is half the diameter. Since we'll be drawing a circle with radius 60, it's a good thing that before you draw, you make sure you center your circle very well. You can assume the center of the page. This should be somewhere where it is. And then you draw a line like this, and another one like this. This point here is going to be our center. And notice that since we've been given the radius, our diameter is going to be a mark there and a mark here. Then we draw a circle. Next, we're going to divide our diameter. Let's say this is 0.1 and this is 0.2. Our diameter is 1, 2. Remember, this is the radius, which is 60. Radius multiplied by 2 will give us our diameter. If we want to draw a polygon that has got 7 sides, we need to divide the diameter in 7 parts. You pick any radius of your choice. Make sure it just isn't too big and not too small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I need to extend this line a bit. So I have this first point, second, third, fourth. Should have used a different lettering. Actually, we can change. Let's say this is A and this is B. That will be less confusing. Then we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We're going to join 7 and B. After we've joined 7 and B, what remains is sliding this line to 0.2, or simply drawing a line parallel to this line at 0.2. To make a parallel line to B7 at 0.2, we don't need to use our compass. We can use our set squares. The procedure is not difficult. As you can see, I'll align one of my set squares like this, so that one of the sides of a particular set square is aligned with this line. And then I'll place my other set square on one of the sides of this first set square. Then I'll hold the second set square firmly and then slide. When I'm at 0.2, I can draw a line like that, and now I have a parallel line. The next thing is standing at B, opening to A, then drawing an arc like this, standing at A without changing the radius, draw an arc like this. Then from the intersection here, which we can call C. We'll draw a line that passes through this point here. We can actually call this point X. Now, one thing you should realize is this point we have here, if joined to point A, gives us the side length of our polygon. One thing I would like you to notice before I even go further is that this intersection C can also be made at the top there. In such a case, what will happen is our first side won't be on top, it will be at the bottom here. Next, what we do is stand at A, open to the end of this side, which is this point here, and then make markings on the circumference of our circle. Next, we join our points, and then we have the required polygon. And there we have our heptagon. What you should notice about this method is the type of polygon you draw will change with the number of divisions you make. So if I made 8 divisions of the diameter AB, I would be seeing a different polygon. I'll quickly go through the procedure. The first thing is we drew 2 lines, a horizontal one and a vertical one, which gave us a center here, a center that we can call point O. Standing at point O, we got half of the diameter, which is the radius. It has been given as 60 millimeters. So we measured 60 millimeters, drew this circle that we can see. After that, we had points AB that were made by the intersection of the circle and this horizontal line. After that, we divided AB into 7 parts. As you can see, this is the procedure for dividing. After we divided it into 7 parts, a parallel line to 7B was drawn at point 2 to get the point X, and then we stood at B, opened our compass so that it reached A. We marked this arc. We stood at A, we marked this arc, and then we had point C. We joined point C and X, then we extended the line X such that we had this point here, which we can call point D. AD is the required side length for the polygon. After that, we got AD and just struck it on the circumference of our circle. This is how you can draw any polygon given either the radius or the diameter.